Hi there. If you are learning English, you are in the right place. This video will help you learn some new words. So watch, listen, and let's get started. In this photo, there are two people. One person, two people. And what are these people doing? What are they doing? What activity are they doing? That's right. They're riding bikes. They're riding bicycles. And where are they riding their bikes? They're riding their bikes in the street? Of course not. They're riding their bikes on the sidewalk. This is the sidewalk, and the sidewalk is normally where people walk. But in this case, they are riding on the sidewalk. Who are these two people? Who are they? Let's describe them. Let's start with the person on the right. On the right is a little girl. She's probably around 5 to 8 years old. So 5, 6, 7, maybe 8. And she has blonde hair. Her hair is blonde. She's blonde. And she's wearing a pink shirt, a pink t-shirt. We can see this shirt has short sleeves. It does not have long sleeves like my shirt. My shirt has long sleeves. Her shirt has short sleeves. She is also wearing shorts, dark gray shorts. And if we zoom in on the image, we can see that there is a pink border going around the edge of her shorts. It has a pink border or a pink fringe. We can also see that she is wearing purple socks. Her socks are purple. And on her feet, she's also wearing blue Crocs. Blue Crocs. The person on the left is a woman. She's an adult, a woman. The person on the right is a little girl, a child. And it's difficult to see how old the woman on the left is because we can't see her face. Her face is away from us. She is with her back towards us, so we cannot see her face. But she looks like maybe between 25 and 30 years old. She has light brown hair, and her hair is pulled up in a bun. She has her hair up. She does not have her hair down. We can see here that she's using hair clips to hold her hair up. She has 3 hair clips. 1 big hair clip and 2 smaller hair clips that are holding her hair up. She's wearing a tank top, a light gray tank top, and a tank top is a shirt that is sleeveless. So this shirt has a sleeve, but her shirt has no sleeves. It is sleeveless, and we can see her arms. We can see her arms, we can see her shoulder, and we can also see that she is wearing a backpack. She has a red backpack, and this backpack is full. It's full. It has objects inside. We can see the shape of some objects on the inside of the backpack. This backpack uses string as a strap. So the strap of this backpack, the part that goes over the shoulders, is a string. Like, for example, on my hoodie, I have a string, and on my hoodie, I can pull the string. I can pull the string and tighten the opening. I can tighten the opening. The opening goes from being big to small when I pull on the string. And the same thing here, this opening of the backpack gets smaller when you pull on the strings. The woman is also wearing shorts. She's wearing shorts just like the little girl is wearing shorts. They are both wearing shorts, but the woman's shorts are blue. They are light blue or turquoise. And we see that she has a pocket, and the pocket closes with a button. There's a button for closing the pocket. What is the relationship between this woman and the little girl? Do you think they are sisters, maybe? Are they mother and daughter? Or are they strangers? Maybe they don't know each other. Okay, now let's describe the bicycles. There are two bicycles, two bikes in this image. The little girl's bike is smaller than the woman's bike. And if we zoom in on the bicycle, we can see that she is holding the handlebars. She's holding on to the handlebars with her hands. Next to her hands, there is a bell. Ding, 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 a bell. And this bell is for warning people that you are there. It lets people know that there is somebody on a bicycle so that they can see, right? They hear the bell and then they look, where's the bicyclist? Where's the cyclist at? We can see here the woman is also holding on to the handlebars, but her handlebars are different. Her handlebars have extra things. For example, here we can see a lever, and this lever is the brakes. It is the brakes of the bicycle. So when she squeezes the lever, she squeezes the brakes, the bicycle stops. There is also a gear shifter. So this bicycle has multiple gears. If we look down here at the wheel, we can see that there are multiple gears on this bicycle. It has many gears. It has like maybe 10, 12, 15 gears. And the gears make it easier or more difficult to pedal. This here is the pedal, and the action of turning the pedals is called pedaling. So we can see this woman here is pedaling with her feet. The little girl is also pedaling. And when you change the gears on your bicycle, if you go to an easier gear, it becomes easier to pedal. For example, if you are trying to go up a hill, if you have a hill, for example, and you're trying to bike up the hill, you want to be in an easier gear so that you can go up the hill with less effort. The pedals have orange reflectors on them, orange reflectors to reflect the light and make the bicycle visible, to make it easy to see the bicycle at night. And there are also red reflectors. Both bicycles have red reflectors on the rear tire. The rear tire is the back tire. So if this is a bicycle here with two wheels, because bicycles have two wheels, that is what bicycle means, two wheels. And here's the handlebars. Okay, here's the seat. Here's the pedals and the chain. Okay, and so this is the front tire, and this is the rear tire. We can see the rear tire, but we cannot see the front tire because the bicycle blocks our view. It blocks our view. We can't see it. And we see on the rear tire there are reflectors and also a fender. A fender. This bicycle also has a fender on the rear tire. What is the fender for? What purpose does the fender serve? The fender prevents water or mud from splashing up on your back when you ride. Let me show you what I mean. Let's imagine that there's a puddle, okay? There's a puddle in the way, and when you ride through the puddle, your tires get wet. Your tires get water on them. They get wet, okay? And then as you are riding, the water splashes up. It splashes up. And for example here, if this girl did not have a fender, so if there was no fender on her bicycle, then her back would get wet. Her back would get splashed with water from the tire. The woman's bicycle has a kickstand, and a kickstand is a support for the bicycle. It helps the bicycle stand upright when it's not being used. So when the woman is not riding her bicycle, when she's not on the bicycle, she gets off the bicycle, she uses this kickstand, which comes down. It comes down and supports the bicycle. It prevents the bicycle from falling over. The little girl's bicycle, however, does not have a kickstand. There is no kickstand on this bicycle. It does not have a kickstand. So when the little girl is not riding her bicycle, she has to set it on the ground. She has to put her bicycle on the ground. She has to lay her bicycle on the ground because it can't stand up on its own. It doesn't have a kickstand. Okay, what else can we say about this image? What else is there to say about this image? First, next to the sidewalk, so remember, here's the sidewalk, and to the left of the sidewalk is the road or the street. And This material that the street is made from is called asphalt. Asphalt. So the street is paved with asphalt. We have the sidewalk and we have the road, and in between here, in between the road and the sidewalk, we have a gutter. A gutter. And what is the gutter for? What is the function or the purpose of the gutter? Well, when it rains, the rainwater goes off the road into the gutter, and then it goes down the storm drain. Down the storm drain. This here is the storm drain or the storm sewer, and it keeps the road clear of water. Okay, so this is the sidewalk, the road, and in between the road and the sidewalk is a gutter. Okay, and what is in between the gutter and the sidewalk? This raised piece of cement, this raised piece of concrete is called the curb. The curb. Another question we can ask about this photo is the time. What time is it in this photo? Is it morning? Is it night? I think it is either early in the day, like maybe 10 a.m., 10 in the morning, or it is getting late in the afternoon, like maybe 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Why do I think that? We can see here on the ground next to the bicycle, there is a shadow, and the shadow is very long. It's a very long, stretched out shadow. And so, as the sun goes across the sky, so here's the sun in the morning, here's the sun at noon, at 12 o'clock, noon, and here's the sun in the evening as it's about to set, right? And so in the morning, shadows are long, right? The shadows are long. At noon, shadows are very short. Shadows are short. And in the evening, shadows are also long again. So, I think this is probably either early in the day or late in the day. We can also ask, what time of year is it? Is it winter? Is it spring? I think it's summertime. And I think it's summertime because of the clothing that the two people in the photo are wearing. They are wearing summer clothes. They're wearing clothing for hot weather. We can see they don't have sleeves. They are wearing shorts. They're wearing sandals. All of these types of clothing are what you wear in the summer. All right, guys, that does it for today's image. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned some new words. If today's video was helpful, click like and subscribe to my channel to know when new videos happen. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.